Hey Third Eye Tribe, and welcome back to Third Eye Tarot. So in today's video, we'll be exploring another one of the minor arcana cards in the deck of the tarot, and we'll be speaking a little bit about the Knight of Swords. So the minor arcana cards in the tarot card reading are known to emphasize the daily events, behavior, and choices made by an individual in their day-to-day lives. The cards are divided into 4 suits, and each suit contains 14 cards. So today we'll be discussing the 12th card in the suit of swords of the tarot, and that is known as the Knight of Swords. So as with all the knights in the tarot deck, the Knight of Swords represents an individual who becomes unstoppable once they set their mind to doing something. Since the sword represents the intellect and the mental processes, this card indicates a person who uses their thinking skills to move ahead and to charge forward in their lives. So in the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, the Knight of Swords card depicts a young man dressed in his armor, riding his strong white horse into town. The horse can represent 2 aspects: a person's intellectual energy and also the impatience of someone who may just act without doing any proper thinking. There are some stormy clouds that seem to be in the sky behind the horse and the man, as well as some trees that are being tossed around wildly by the strong winds. But they don't seem to be slowing down either the knight or the horse, because they still seem to be charging forward at great speed. So when the Knight of Swords card appears during a tarot card reading, it represents an individual with ambition, drive, and determination. It signals a time in your life in which when you set your mind to something, you will do everything possible and in your power to achieve your goal. There may be a change coming in your career, if you've been looking for a new job or a promotion, or a time in which new opportunities or possible projects can be presented to you on the work front, which you'll be able to seize with both open hands. So if this card is pulled in the upright position for a love-related reading, it can indicate a change that you have been waiting for in terms of love and partnership. For those who are in a committed bond, this card can actually signal a time in your life in which you'll want to take on a deeper commitment with your partner, and can actually symbolize some sort of marriage or proposal at this time. For others, however, this card can also suggest that your partner may not be ready for marriage as yet, or a long-term commitment, and they may be more focused on their career at this moment. They may be well on their way to a stable and secure future, and so when this card appears here for you, it says that if you want to marry this person, you'll have to wait just a little bit longer until they reach their level of success in terms of their career. For those who have been facing constant fights or arguments with a partner, when this card appears here in its upright position, it can also indicate a possible breakup or even a separation, or one partner thinking about leaving and walking out of this relationship altogether. For those who are single, when the Knight of Swords card appears for you, it represents a time in which a charming and intelligent young individual will be coming into your life very quickly and will be deeply attracted to you. You'll have lots of potential for love interests, and this card can also suggest that a relationship with this person can turn into something that is very physical. So as I mentioned before, if this card is pulled in the upright position for a career-related reading, it can signify a time of new job opportunities or promotions in the workplace, because this card heralds great success in these endeavors. You will also get many more opportunities on the work front, which will ask you to be more brave, courageous, and seize it at this time. If this card is pulled in the upright position for a health-related reading, it can actually be a positive sign of good news, which can be anticipated if you've been suffering from poor health for a while. But at times, this card can also point out issues with shoulders, respiratory problems, and even problems with the nervous system. So now I want to talk a little bit more about this Knight of Swords card in the reverse position during a tarot card reading. So when this card is pulled in its reverse position during a reading, it can indicate a time in your life in which you might be very influenced by a young man or a woman who may be giving you some very bad advice, which is negatively impacting your decision-making processes. When reversed, the Knight of Swords warns us about impatience and impetuous behavior, accompanied by bursting energy. This man's enthusiasm lacks any kind of direction, making him very susceptible to taking rash decisions. And so when it appears here in its reverse position, it signals as a reminder not to hurry into making any big decisions, and make sure you weigh the pros and cons properly before you charge ahead with a decision. If this card is pulled in the reverse position for a love-related reading, it may indicate the departure of your loved one, most probably the male figure in this relationship. It may also signal a time of great aggression and force in the relationship, or someone in the relationship with very selfish behaviors and motivations. If this card is pulled in the reverse position for a career-related reading, it indicates that now is not the time to undertake any new projects on the career front, as being very impulsive or hasty at this stage could have a very negative impact on your work in the long term. It also signals a time in which you might be facing delays in your current work situation, and a time in which you'll be asked to exercise some patience in terms of work-related matters. For others, when this card appears in its reverse position, it signals a time in which you might be acting very ruthlessly or viciously in your ways of aiming for your career goals. And so when it appears here, it asks you not to be too pushy and not to be a nasty team player. If this card appears in the reverse position for a health-related reading, it can caution you about some hidden health issues which may not be so straightforward to tackle. It also asks you to perhaps seek a second opinion from a doctor about any discomfort you may feel, and a time in your life in which you make sure you adopt a healthy lifestyle when it comes to work, life, social, family, and stress balance. And so that is all I have to say about the Knight of Swords tarot card. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you found the video very interesting and informative. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with some of your friends in the tarot community. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care and bye for now.